people say, and then you that say, the masters in public health, you want to work in the WHO. But you think say only you work with WHO. Me inko, him inko, she inko, all of us inko. We all want to work with WHO. So let the best certificate win. You think with your masters, me that maybe I'm a doctor, I've had years of experience before I did the masters. You want to come and compete with you? They want me. Who you? Who do the juju for you? Is it from Edo State or from Ijebu? Any shift, Joe. Another thing I used to tell people is, for example, now nurse is actually in high demand in the hospital. You can see thousands of nurses depending on the capacity. I know nurses, they used to do shift. Masters in public health, how many did they need in the hospital? How many? Or if they say, okay, master in public health, you can be general overseer of hospital. Let me tell you, masters in public health, yeah, another job prospect for masters in public health is you can actually what's it called? How they talk now? Like, can be like hospital manager, something like that. But most hospital, I don't know about any employer, but me, if I will make anybody to be manager of my hospital, I rather choose a doctor, a doctor that has experience, or a matron. What time I will use master's person do? Do you understand? But if it's receptionist, I can employ you, manager of hospital. And that's why if you go to any hospital, even in Nigeria, they will say CMD, Chief Medical Director, CMD. If you check their history, if you check their this, it is really hard. So actually, you just come from nowhere, you hold your masters, and then you want to come and govern as boss with on top people where say they get experience. You dey whine me. Where you do your juju from? Is it from Edo State, Ijebu Ode, or from where? It's not possible, my dear. You take just that 1 year masters, 2 year masters, then you come to the hospital. We have nurses with years of experience, doctors with years of experience, physicians with years of, surgeons with years of experience. You know? And then they will not say because you did master, they used to govern the hospital. We have epidemiologists with years of experience inside the hospital. And then, unless you have Lego, unless maybe it's your father's hospital, or your father's brother, cousin, sister's hospital, that's when I know that there's nothing God cannot put. Anything aside that, for you to govern an organization like that, you have to have. I want to shake this table because I don't know. I just want to check. So this has been long awaited, and I've been thinking if to talk about it or not, because I know so many people get offended. But then people that can pick out a point or two, they should. And you know, I don't want to be looking at you people's face. Maybe let me wear my glasses, because this one is about to be so guys, we're talking about masters in public health. Okay, masters in public health, and you know, everybody is going for that now. Who can study masters in public health? Anybody, whether you're in the health sector, whether you're not in the health sector, whether you're doing science, whether you're doing arts, as long as you have your money, you can study. But we have some schools that do not actually offer you the admission if you're actually not in the health sector, and this mostly happen in a country like African countries, Nigeria and all of that. But then outside the country like UK, even if you are studying I don't even know the non-related course, they will allow, as long as you have your money, you study it. And me, I used to tell people that sometimes see, it's not about now you will think, it's about the future. So this video is not actually to discourage you. Some of you are about to enter, some of you have entered. In fact, I actually have a family member that is about to enter, and I am here screaming at the top of my voice, and he's there arguing with me, saying his friends in the UK said, okay, like I said, I actually have a family member that actually wants to study this course, right? And I asked him, why do you want to? He's actually a pharmacist, not even a family member, my brother. That's why I like to use myself as example. But then, so that some of you now feel like your brother did not listen to you, why are you talking to us? My dear, even pastor children say they go astray. So what am I? I should have told him that once he lands inside that UK, let him not claim that he know me, that we are related, because you cannot open your eyes and go and enter inside water when you know But what I used to console myself is even pastor children say they always go different ways, so it is not a crime. So my brother, my blood brother, he actually studied pharmacy in Nigeria, and now he wants to go for masters in public health. And when I was like, and that was what actually triggered me to make this video. And the first question I asked him was, is it that you are changing career from pharmacy, or like, I don't understand how masters in public health relate to pharmacy. Like, can you explain a bit further? And then he gave some explanations, and I was like, oh my goodness. In fact, I was not even proud of myself. Like, okay, so what he said, I was not like, when you studied that masters in public health, like, what's the job prospect? He said his friends in the UK, they said you can work with WHO, you can do this and everything. I didn't have any issue with it, but the only question I asked him, that your friends in the UK, they actually said you can work with WHO, right? How many of that your friends inside UK now is working with WHO? How many of them? Even if it's one or half, let's just, you know, because you cannot just be talking based on, let me just see, send me the person's LinkedIn or the person this, let's go to WHO website, let's go and verify. That person that say you can work with WHO, where is the person's, how many of them have actually gotten a job in WHO? And I need to tell you guys, there are two types of people abroad too. The first ones, those ones, they will discourage you that there's nothing abroad, stay in your home country, they are suffering, and those ones, they are the real witches and wizards. And then those ones, they are even devil. Those ones, they are even still fair. I think they're still better. And then we have another category where we say, oh, who don't blow them, they don't dey inside that country, we say they know, say they don't make mistake, so they are looking for somebody to come and join them. I know I used to tell you guys that it's always sweet when you suffer together. See, I remember the day they put on generator, I did not have light in my apartment. I was like, what happened? That's why I came downstairs, so and I was like 2-3 blocks, like, we're not having lights. You know, if you see the way I was happy, hey, I'm not a bad person, but with the way I was happy, because if they say now only my apartment no get lights, before they will come and fix it, I will call on Jesus. But you know, the way we are 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, it's easy to, you know, come together as a group, you know. But if you're the only one, so those are the type of people in abroad. Once they feel like they've actually made a mistake, so somehow they're looking for somebody to come and join their group of sufferings. And then some, they've made the mistake, but they've not actually realized it, right? So they just talk on based on whatever they know. So I was there really trying to convince my brother, this is not the best pathway. Why don't you move to a cheaper country like Qatar? With less than 500k, you work in Qatar as a pharmacist, and from there you build your career. There's nothing I told this boy, he did not even hear me. It was for me, man. I said never in my life. Anything where I don't talk like this job, if you like listen, if you don't listen, now you sabi, I talk. He kept saying, what do I know? That his friends in the UK. He kept saying that his friends in the UK, his friends in the UK, his friends in the UK. And that's when I made that example that there are two types of people. Some people will not want you to travel, while some people will want you to come and enter inside Gallop. And I've told you guys about something about me, like I wanted to go for pilot training. I had like 2 friends that were abroad. That was why they were pushing me. Pilot training is a job prospect. Thank God for life. These people were pushing me. Pilot training is this, you hear money. Ashe, or would they blow pilots? My brothers and my sister, or would they blow pilots? Yo, I told my mom to come and say I land. I'm going for pilot training. My friend said, you know, because they've made the mistake. There was one of my friends that was actually my senior in secondary school. This minute is in UK, the next minute is in Dubai, the next minute is, guy, why are you moving up and down? You say he's trying to gather his flying hours. And then I know my pockets. Will I be able to move from UK to Dubai to be gathering flying hours? And then which one is flying hours? If you are done with pilot school, you see you need 1,500. He's telling me how much I can't look at. And this one will bring me to, when somebody actually comes here to actually tell you a course is in high demand, a high job prospect course, hold that person by hand and say, come first. I hear saying the high demand. To get the job, what is the requirement to get the job? Because just like nursing, you know that people are actually moving to nursing now. Oh, nursing is in high demand, nursing is in high demand. Despite nursing is actually in extreme demand, employers still used to do shakara, because if you study nursing in your home country and then you want to move outside the country, you will need at least 1 year experience. And even in that 1 year experience, they'll come and ask you, excuse me, somebody that has worked with 250 bed, 1,000 bed, 1 million bed, clinical patient with this one, patient with, they'll just be asking different things. And these are the things they don't tell you. They will just tell you nursing is in high demand, full stop. Nobody is talking about what do they require when you actually want to get the job. Just like people that are going for all this IT, this software and everything, not everybody will do IT. I've seen some IT jobs, when you check their requirement, they'll say they want somebody that knows Java. You see another IT job, they'll say they want somebody that I don't even know all this, their code 11 something. And then imagine you that you actually dived into IT or software just because everybody's diving into it, and then you spent all your last card studying Java, and then the employers you are seeing is another code they want. I go take start. So when somebody actually come here to tell you that this job is in high demand, this job is high prospect, all the person by then say, auntie come, uncle come, what is the requirement? What do I require to actually secure this job as an entry level? Because they're not talking about it. They just come and tell you this course is this one, you study it, and then when you graduate, that's when we are listening out down you that it be like say, you know, it be like this. So that mean, you know, be like say, it be like say. And that's the case of my brothers and so many of you that are watching me. Masters in public health, years ago, yeah, it used to be in demand, but like I used to say, once a course become popular, just like nursing, you know, in those days where we say we don't have a lot of nurses, then all these employers, they cannot come and be telling you they want somebody with 250 bed, 1,000 bed, because something that they are looking for, they cannot be doing shaka. But now that they know that so many people are studying it, people are trying to stop, just like this care assistant, UK care assistant. Before now, people can actually get the job really without experience, but then because it has actually gained momentum and everybody has known about it, so now employers are actually trying to like increase the bar, like to add more to their qualifications. You will see some, they'll be asking you 3 years experience as a care assistant, 1 year experience as a care assistant, whereas before now they'll tell you they will train you for free. They'll even be begging you, say that they will give you bonus, they will give you accommodation, they will beg you. But now, since everybody know about it, they're trying to like increase their bar. It's true, no employer wants to stay one place, no employer wants to stay the same minimum requirement. So when you see a profession start gaining bar, and like I used to tell you, you're not the only one migrating, you're not competing with me. Nigerians are not the only one migrating, Ghanaians are not the only one migrating. Ah, Jesus, no one just join again. Indians, Africans, Asians, they are not the only one migrating. We are plenty. So we are competing with a whole lot of people. And I say, have you seen Indians before? Do you see how play? You know, in Nigeria, African parents, you just give it to 1 or 2 children. Or TV, some you just see maybe once in a while, 5, 4. Average family, they give birth to 4 children. But you see these Indians. You see these Indians. God gave them the real fatality. God planted it in India. You will see one person can have up to 1 million children. Those are the people that you are competing with your no experience. So when they come and tell you this job doesn't require experience, and then it starts gaining momentum, just know that at the long run, it's going to require experience, it's going to require courses, it's going to require certification, it's going to require a lot of things. So you have to keep updating your head. And that's why the course I want to study in school, I am not talking about it because I have like 3 or 4 years to go. If I come and tell you people now, and some of you have had the pre-qualification, the thing should not gain momentum. Before I graduate now, they'll be asking me for 1 million years experience. Where I want to take CM. So allow me, once I reach and I reach where I want to do, then I'll come and tell you people. But then if you want to know before I finish, hold your money, I'll tell you. So that I've actually learned that thing. It's not everything sometimes you put online, because at the end of the day, so just like people that are going for these IT courses, this everything courses, before now, if you have basic courses in IT, you can actually secure a job. But now, they'll be telling you they need somebody that has experience in this one. They will be specifying the field. That's because they know that so many people are now into IT. So they are trying to raise the bar and choose the best of the best. And that is a case that actually happened to Masters in Public Health. It actually used to be a very high job prospect course, and a course that is in high demand. So like I said, anybody can study masters in public health, and that's what I've told you. Anybody, whether you studied law, whether you studied policing, whether you study kidnapping, whether you study armed robbery, even if you're a Yahoo boy, anybody can study masters in public health. There is no special requirement to that. So just imagine anybody at all is going for that course, regardless of whatever you study, regardless of anything. So do you know how many people you're competing with? So if you actually study masters in public health, there are things you can become. Like you can become epidemiologist, you can become health information officer, you can become what's it called, maybe hospital manager and everything. You know, I made mention of epidemiologist. So imagine if you're crossing as a master to as a law person to masters in public health, or even pharmacy to master in public health. Do you know that epidemiologist, right? Epidemiologist, that's masters in public health. Public health means something relating to the public. Maybe like that time, like when there was coronavirus, that they have to take data, they have to like make research about what is causing it, how to control it and everything. So that's what public health is all about. All those sudden endemic, pandemic, epidemic, all those demic disease, this thing. So when I say you can actually be like working all this epidemiology, so imagine you see yourself as you want to recruit somebody. People submit a CV. You see somebody that comes from either pharmacy to masters in public health, or somebody that crossed from law to masters in public health, or any course, masters in public health, and then you see the real person that went to school to go and study that epidemiology. The real person that went to school to study you crossed, you just did like 1 year or 2 year masters, and then you became masters in public health. And then the employer sees somebody that he or she went to school to go and study the real epidemiology, and then went to now probably get the masters in public health or masters in epidemiology. If you are at the hospital, who will you take? Answer yourself. Who will you pick? The person will get law background, or the person that have? And do you know another funny thing is, most of you going to this masters in public health, this job requires you to have experience. That's one, and that's the same thing I told my brother. Even if you're going to change to masters in public health, it is better you study this course in Nigeria, because it is very easy to get your experience. So imagine somebody that studied epidemiology, and the person, or even community health, say they still get chance pass you, and they have like 1, 2, or 3 experience before they went for their masters. Who do you think they will recruit? Masters in public health is not something that you come and be playing cheese, or you come and be speaking English. So it has to do with experience of this. I used to tell you guys there's a huge difference between classroom intelligence and what you can actually do in reality. So that was what I told him. If you finish that masters in public health, you just have like 1 year encounter with masters in public health. No employer, will actually likely employ you. Even if they employ, well, last you people just become a caregiver. You people say I am Ash, and that's what I told him. He said he knows. That is just okay. You don't know, but okay. So the ball is in your court. So last you become a caregiver. You start looking for a company to actually sponsor you as a caregiver. So is that really the life you want for you? So when you know that you actually want to end up as a caregiver, just wait and apply for caregiver visa, or actually go for caregiver training. So why you first go like this, go like this, go like that? So masters in public health has already gained momentum. A lot of people are actually going for it, and we have different people that have this health background itself, the view line. Maybe they did community health, maybe they did public health as BSc, and then they are going for masters in public health. So employer will likely consider them over you that you just switched, did 1 year masters, and at the end of the day you didn't have any experience. So you working in a care home as a master in public health is not equating together as masters in public health. So if you are watching this and you find yourself into it, well, life happens. We all make mistakes. Sometimes we don't know about this. I'm not going to say it's mistake, because I remember when I dropped a comment about that and said, somebody said, are you God? Do you determine? I am not God, but you know the God that me I serve. I don't know about you. He's not a magician. I just came to tell you 1 or 2. So if you know you're in it, just be targeting your this thing to actually be a caregiver, or just retrace or anything, because now it is extremely competitive. Another thing I used to tell people is, for example, now nurse is actually in high demand in the hospital. You can see thousands of nurses depending on the capacity. And you know, nurses, they used to do shift. Masters in public health, how many did they need in a hospital? How many? Or if they say, okay, master in public health, you can be general overseer of hospital. Let me tell you, masters in public health, yeah, under job prospect for masters in public health is you can actually what's it called? How they talk now? Like, can be like hospital manager, something like that. But most hospital, I don't know about any employer, but me, if I will make anybody to be manager of my hospital, I rather choose a doctor, a doctor that has experience, or a matron. What time I will use master's person do? Do you understand? But if it's receptionist, I can employ you, manager of hospital. And that's why if you go to any hospital, even in Nigeria, they will say CMD, Chief Medical Director, CMD. If you check their history, if you check their this, it is really hard. So actually, you just come from nowhere, you hold your masters, and then you want to come and govern as boss with on top people where they get experience. They whine me. Where you do your juju from? Is it from Edo State, Ijebu Ode, or from where? It's not possible, my dear. You take just that 1 year masters, 2 year masters, then you come to the hospital. We have nurses with years of experience, doctors with years of experience, physicians with years of, surgeons with years of experience. You know? And then they will not say because you did master, they used to govern the hospital. We have epidemiologists with years of experience inside the hospital. And then, unless you have Lego, unless maybe it's your father's hospital or your father's brother, cousin, sister's hospital, that's when I know that there's nothing God cannot. But anything aside that, for you to govern an organization like that, you have to have a lot of years of experience and most times relevant experience. So before you actually study masters in public health, the competition is very high. And in the hospital, they might just need 1, 2, 3, or 4. Maybe they'll be doing shifts like that, you know. So compare the 1, 2, 3 people that they need. Even the one that is even in shortage demand, caregiver. You see how difficult getting job for caregiver is. That is even in shortage demand though, that they need it very well. So imagine masters in public health and you're competing with doctors, competing with pharmacy, competing with you safe. So that's just what I came at take, and that's what exactly I told my brother. But he said it was just, I don't know. Me, I should say that you should not claim that you know me, because you cannot come and be this. You cannot be watching me and come and be doing this thing. So if you know you are into it already, I don't know whether you finish it or but just shop your breakfast in peace. Everybody go shop breakfast. Even me, if I don't shop my own. I wanted to go for pilot training now. That's I wanted to find out that everybody go shop there in equally. So you don't have to know everything. Just shop it and drink water. So that's why when I get people in my DM that say they don't study masters in public health. There was actually a client I got. She studied microbiology, and then he sent me a DM that she wants to study masters in public health. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding? Do you know that microbiology which she studied is an extremely hot course? Just that I just discovered a pathway that you can use for it. Extremely hot course. You study microbiology as BSc, as HN, and then you're going for masters in public. Say what's happen? Please don't allow village people to use you. I will book you for you in Jesus' name. Amen. So before you go for I know people just use this to just leave the country, but then it's okay if you want to leave the country, but then think about your future. Because when you do your 1 year masters, in a snap of a finger, I tell you, say now Nigeria, time is slow. You go to say, oh, August, you are too slow. February, you are too slow. January, why you slow like this? Abroad, before you close your eyes, open it, your 1 year masters is over. And that is when the reality will now down with you that wait, I'm actually done with my masters. What is next? It will be as if, I know that abroad life is different from Nigeria life. You know, Nigeria, you still see somebody to like maybe motivate you or anything. Abroad, that you are alone in your thoughts. And that's why I used to tell you that if you know if you think for Nigeria, you know if you think abroad, everywhere is boring, lonely. Maybe you are doing a caregiver job and probably the patient you are attending to is the one that used to call you black monkey, pink monkey, thinking, and then you are trying to think about how to navigate your life. If it may not even make sense to you now, but me, I actually used to avoid people to actually enter inside that gutter before they actually realize, and that is why I'm making that video. So if you want somebody come and tell you a job is in high demand or is high paying, hold them by the hand and see which requirement do they require for the expense for me to get the job. What's the entry requirement? It is not just to study the course. When you study it, waiting they require. Do you have to spend money for experience? Do you have to struggle to get? Even doctors, hey, you people are even funny. Even doctors, ask doctors that wrote USMLE in US or in Canada, ask them how easy was it for them to secure residency. Even Canadian doctors, so we say they be Canadian, real Canadian, ask them how difficult it was to secure residency in a hospital. In a what? In a hospital. You people say, I think you that say the masters in public care, you want to work in the WHO. But it is an only one work with WHO. Me inko, him inko, she inko, all of us inko. We all want to work with WHO. So let the best certificate win. You think with your masters, me that maybe I'm a doctor, I've had years of experience before I did the masters. You want to come and compete with you? They want me. Who you? Who do the juju for you? Is it from Edo State or from Ijebu? Agbani shift Joe. That's what I say. I should come and tell you guys. So guys, thank you so much for watching today's video, and I hope it was helpful and was able to navigate somebody's, So guys, thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.